Hi, my name is Amy, and for my current Issues in Sustainability project, I'm focusing on the environmental impact of personal care products. In this presentation, I'll go over the basics of what a personal care product is, why they matter to the environment, and how we can make changes in our everyday lives to better serve human and environmental health. The most important thing to start with is what defines a personal care product, or PCP. There's no official legal definition in the US, but the term generally refers to any mixture or chemical that is used on the body for hygienic or cosmetic purposes. It's a big umbrella term, so most things you find in a drugstore can count as a PCP. There's also different federal laws for what each type of PCP can contain. Some have active ingredients and are controlled by the FDA, and some, like cosmetics, have looser regulations. Next, we have to answer the question of why PCPs matter to the environment. There's three main sections that I'll break down. The first is that PCPs are used multiple times a day, every day, by billions of people. Second, there are downstream impacts on water and wildlife once that product goes down your shower or sink drain. And lastly, PCPs are consumer products geared towards what we want. That means that the average person like you or I actually has a lot of power in changing how companies and manufacturers behave. One of the most important factors about PCPs is that we use many of them every single day. All of these uses also involve contact with our hair, skin, and mucous membranes, which means there's high potential for absorption of PCP ingredients into our bodies. Since we use PCPs frequently all over our bodies, it makes sense that for personal health, we should hold them to a high standard. All of this product use also leads to a ton of waste. The nonprofit Zero Waste Week estimates that 120 billion units of packaging are generated yearly by the cosmetic industry alone. 70% of that ends up in landfills, and most of it is plastic, which is very hard to recycle. Overall, PCPs are a sustainability issue because they impact our health and the health of the planet after we're done using the product. Once PCPs are used, the water with leftover product reaches a treatment plant. There are some chemicals that can't be removed with chemical treatment, and they make their way through the wastewater treatment plant and then into the environment. A 2017 case study of Victoria, Canada's waterways found that shellfish near wastewater plants had high concentrations of triclosan, which is an antimicrobial used in hand soap, in their bodies. Beyond disrupting the natural environment, pollutant uptake into marine animals can eventually come back to hurt our human health if we consume those contaminated animals. Another example of the downstream impacts of PCPs is the chemical UV filter called oxybenzone. Oxybenzone is a common ingredient in sunscreens, but it's been found to contribute to coral bleaching and death in reef environments. This led the state of Hawaii to pass legislation in 2021 banning the sale of oxybenzone sunscreens. Since there's such a wide variety of PCPs, we as consumers have a responsibility to understand what we're using on our bodies and how it impacts the environment. Thankfully, we all have the power of voting with our dollar, which just means that our purchasing choices can reflect our internal values. On the consumer side, we can make an effort to reduce PCP packaging waste by getting products in paper, glass, or metal, which are easier to recycle than plastic. Buying in bulk can also get you more product for less money. A change in consumer habits also pushes businesses to change their products, so voting with your dollar can create a positive ripple effect. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope this helped teach you a little bit about the environmental impact of products we use every day. Thanks.